Mental Health Monday. My brain is a little bit cooked at the moment. My motivation systems, my desire to get out of bed, I've got those beautiful physical symptoms of depression. And I at least have a reason why. We were playing in Tauranga with a bunch of sick bands, including Thy End Coming, Antebellum, Leave the Dead, Fire for Glory, Megamod. Am I missing somebody? Imagine the friggin' poster. Oh! And it was really, really fun. And I had a great time. Then we ended up staying out late, didn't get back to Hamilton until like 4 in the morning. It was really dumb. Got up at like 2:30 in the afternoon, which is just awful. Honestly, I've got so many things that I need to be doing and should be doing. I'm very overwhelmed, and where it's just, I don't want to do anything. My body is just like, nah gee, there's no way, there's too much of it. And it just kind of starts piling up. And as the pile gets bigger, you're less inclined to want to do anything about it. And speaking of piles, just so you can all see that I'm not lying about how fucking filthy my room is. There's a whole bunch of stuff that I pulled out from under the bed to just go, alright, well I'll sort it out. And then I ran out of time to sort it out. Look at my books that I started yanking out of the shelves and stopped. It feels awful in here, and I feel so trapped and hopefully not trip and die over all of this shit. Bop, 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 bop. Life-changing magic. Tidying. I've never actually looked at the actual title of this book. It keeps changing. The overwhelm is just nuts. It's much easier to distract oneself with the socials or the YouTubes or whatever instead of actually doing things. And because there's so many things that you need to do, you just don't want to do any of them. And it's really hard. Ultimately, it's the backlog of things that I feel that I need to do constantly taking up mental energy, just going, oh, you need to do this next, you need to do this, and then you need to do this. And even if you're not thinking about the things that you need to do, they're still taking up RAM, to put it in like a super nerdy word. And you need to clear your cache of things that are buzzing around in your head in order for you to feel a little bit clearer, to be able to breathe a little bit easier, and to be able to actually focus on the things that you need to do. So this afternoon I'm probably going to do some free writing and just dump everything that's in my head that I feel that I need to do. What needs to happen first? Really, I need to just put some time into emptying my brain and emptying my physical space.
You see, the thing about cleaning up your room, for Jung, when the alchemist was attempting to make the philosopher's stone, he was not only engaged in the transformation of the material world, but he was engaged in a process of self-transformation that occurred at the same time as the chemical transformation.
Playing in a band thing for me is actually a really big challenge, because not only does it mean it's a late night and time dedicated to going out, playing the show, coming back home, etc. It also completely messes up my room. I stay up late, and I also have a shitload of cortisol and adrenaline as I'm on stage. And then all these feel-good hormones during, and then afterwards it's just like emptiness. And nothing stacks up as far as like rewards. And so my motivation to do anything that isn't playing shows or just sitting there being sad, it's just really hard to find the will to do anything. And because I'm already still cumulatively fudged after Bridge City, everything is really bloody hard. I used to be super efficient and just all and I'm not that, and I still haven't recovered. The recovery from burnout, for how hard I worked, it's no surprise that I'm not gonna bounce back right away. And if I keep doing things like playing shows that exhaust me further and slow my recovery down, well, I might not be recovered by the time Bridge City 2 happens, and that'll be a bad time. So my brother, very, very, very seriously, when we had an opportunity to play another show next month, he just said no. And I'm like, dude, I'm fine, I can do it. He's like, well, I'm sure you could do it, you're not fine. And you need to actually dedicate some time to getting back to normal, which he reckons I still haven't, and I have to agree with him. Not an actual hiatus from the band, but a kind of hiatus from the band. I'm going to focus just on me for a while. Do you want to support what I'm doing? Go to the website. Buy yourself some beard oil, some shaving stuff, some blah 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 blah. I'll be able to edit that down into something. I suppose the main point is, ideally don't get to a place where you have this big backlog of things that you need to do, because for everything that gets added to that pile, the less likely you're going to want to do it. And I really am feeling the downward pull. All of this contempt of self, all that stuff is lies, but the more shit on the pile of things that need to happen, that vindicates those sensations of worthlessness, inherent not deserving of rah-de-rah-de-rah, just makes it harder. And so if you can feel the things that are making it harder and you can put a stop to those things that make it harder, it means you're less likely likely to hit rock bottom before you have to start digging your way out of the molasses of depression. For example, my physical appearance. I really hate how my body is, and because I was once upon a time, let's say here, and I was feeling reasonably good while here, and I'm presently here, because I know I was there, it just feels really hard, and I don't want to do anything about it because I know how much time and effort it's going to take to even just get here. When I wasn't even happy here, I was still striving for there. The word that comes to mind is futility. Do your best to avoid neglecting things in your life so that they don't pile up and the insurmountability of said job makes it feel like a futile task. Those are some very big words that just basically mean don't let your pile of shit get so bad that you don't want to conquer it anymore. Buy some beard stuff, some shaving stuff, some head shaving stuff, some smelly stuff, some looking good, some feeling great, some blah blah blah. Don't mess to Sir Marino. Marino, do 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 do. Don't do that, that's Haas's camera strap. He won't like it if you do that.